Bucks beat up on the Spurs pretty handily. The final in this one, 130-94. Hello again, I'm Bart Winkler. 130-94. Spread on this one was 18, and the Bucks won by 36. They doubled up the spread. The spread was 18, and they doubled up the spread. If you're this is what I need for Twitter. You know, all the bells and whistles that Elon's got now. This is what I need. I guess I will pay the $8 for your verification or Twitter Blue if one of the features is, I need to know when people bitch about a sporting event, I need to know if they're under the age of 24 or not, and or if they have money on the game. That's what I need to know. When I am reading people's comments on Twitter, online, but specifically Twitter, I was putting the kid to bed tonight and checked the phone every now and then, and people were really upset about what was happening with this Bucks game. And I understand that the game was close for a good, 22 minutes. But how are we on one pendulum where we're sitting here talking about we're the best team in the league, no one can beat us, who's going to beat us in a 7-game series 4 times, and then the very next game we play, where we're beating the Spurs by like 3 in the late second quarter, we're panicking and freaking out. Maybe you think, the Bucks, they were lackadaisical, they were apathetic, they didn't try, they didn't care, but they're a good team, so they can turn it on like this, and that's exactly what they did, and they turned it on, and they dominated the Spurs. Now the Spurs lineup tonight, not the best lineup. I joked online that it was essentially a WB lineup, the WB, that network from 96 to 05. Spurs Heat. No, that's a real team. Let me think of the name of the show. The Spur. It'd just be called or the Alamo. Starring Zach Collins. Starring Blake Wesley. Malachi Branham. And introducing Sandro Mamukashvili as Big Pete or something like that. So, the Bucks should have easily handled the Spurs tonight, and they did. Your comments, will take them on YouTube. Daniel has just thrown $4.99 our way. That'll go to the Tim Shea Fund because he likes my Brewers hat. This is a Brewers hat, if you're on YouTube, that I bought in spring training. I poured over it. I'm pretty fond of it. Little neon colors. And it also, the reason I like this hat is because then people will come up to me and say, did you go to spring training? And I'll be like, "What? How do you know? Your hat?" As a matter of fact, I did. So it's like a way to brag without really bragging. And is it even a brag? So I went to spring training. Who cares? Is this the Brooke Lopez custom-made hat? It is not, but that got people in line early. Our man on the street reporter, Tim Shea, was down there early, and he saw that people were in line. He said there were like 4 people in line at 3:30. How about that? Just for that hat. The TV broadcast showed you a lot of people wearing the hat. Maybe you caught the guy who came to the game in a hat, then got the new hat, and then wore 2 hats. So that was a nice look for him. Looked better on some than it is others, but it is a very impressive hat. I think those are the kind of giveaways I like, rather than pretending that the real floor is broken and playing on a blue floor all season. They need to figure that out. Chad says it was a meaningless game in late March against a shit team. Probably going to be okay, Bucks fans. Bucks in 6. I always say I don't want to tell people how to fan, but I absolutely do. The whole Bucks run, championship run, when I put out the chairs and all that stuff, that was me telling you how to fan. I specifically remember myself saying, I am better at watching the NBA playoffs than you. And my knowledge was I was live and die with the Warriors for a bunch of years. I don't know if you guys know this. My brother works there. And so I was live and die with them. And I got to realize the ebbs and flows of these 7-game series. And even when you're down 2-0, it is not the end of the world. It might seem like it, but it's totally not. So I was telling you how to fan, but I was telling you how to fan in a good way. I was saying, guys, it's not over yet. Let's you rah. So sometimes when I tell you how to fan, it's in like a positive way. Sometimes I tell you how to fan and be a fan, and it's in a negative way. But I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, like Chad's right here. If the Bucks would have lost tonight, what changes? Anything? In fact, I almost would have preferred. I saw this tweet from Shafty Bro, and he was in jest, but Pop is a nice guy showing Bud a playoff solve he found attacking the post-ups like this. Pop, his team's going nowhere. Pop and Bud are buddies. Bud should just walk over to Pop and say, hey, these are the things that we're going to do. These are the things I'm worried about seeing against the Celtics or the Sixers. Can you focus your guys on trying to exploit our post-ups? Could you do that? I mean, we're better than you, so we will beat you, but could you help us along the way? Like, I'm one of your disciples. This makes you look better the more that we do. I don't see anything wrong with that. Give us something to work on. You're Greg Popovich. You're 75 years old. You're coaching through a rebuild. Why? Nobody knows. Greg Popovich could have retired each of the last 8 years, and everyone would have been like, all right. But he keeps coaching. It's like, Greg, you don't need to be doing this. Now, if he wants to coach Wembanyama so bad, probably said that wrong. So I call him Victor. I've heard it both ways. But if he wants to coach him so bad, then maybe, I guess you write it out. But he didn't know that a few years ago. Spurs have been bad for multiple years now. But maybe this is where he's doing the most coaching. Maybe that's what he loves. Maybe he's really coaching some of these young guys. And now he gets to coach Sandro Mamukelashvili. Close on that one too. But Mamu, 27 minutes off the bench. He's been starting a bunch. Zach Collins was back. But Mamu tonight, 12 points. A lot of that coming late. 7 boards, couple blocks, couple of assists rather. With Mamu, this is the thing with being the Bucks. They're so good. They're so deep. They go so deep that you don't have like room on your roster for some of these young guys to like develop, right? You can't keep them because you're not going to use them. So you're better suited having a break glass in case you need a Goran Dragic, or we should get a Drake Crowder. Or how about that Joe Ingles move? That looks better with every game that he's out there. Unless he goes on Mirotic on us, which I don't expect. 4-6 tonight from 3, 14 points. Bucks real quick, 31 from Giannis, only played 24 minutes. That's all I need to play 31 and 14. Middleton was playing a hefty amount, even towards the end there, the most minutes, 29, 19 points. Who else was in double digits? Brook had 11. Portis had 19, including a couple big threes and a couple nice possessions. And then, as I mentioned, Joe Ingles. So, yeah, with this game, me telling you how to fan, if it's a Wednesday in March against the Spurs, who suck, and people weren't even mad. This is why I think people had money on the game. People weren't even mad that they were just mad we weren't up enough points. It's okay. It's okay. You guys could chime in again on YouTube, StreamYard, the Carl's Place voicemail line. I've got some voicemails. I'll most likely get into those on tomorrow's show. 402-915-BART. 402-915-BART. Some on the Brewers, if anybody wants to talk about them. Some on the Packers. I know that the Jets made that big trade today, and the Packers will not be getting Elijah Moore, but whatever. I still think the Packers are pretty much in control of this thing. And if you didn't hear me earlier, I am someone who wants the Packers to drag this out as long as humanly possible. I want that because everybody else is getting so mad about it that the Packers are like holding things up. So I want it to drag out. Let's see. Oh, and the other thing is we got to stop 50 First Datesing this thing. You know, the movie with Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler, she wakes up every day, doesn't remember why she's in love with him and falls in love with him every day. We got to remember when we wake up, we have the best player in the world. We have the best team in the league. Okay? When they're not up that big against the Spurs. I mean, the Bucks are so good, we're looking for things to complain about. The Bucks are so good. Twitter fans melting down. And I'm not using that phrase lightly. A bunch of people were freaking out. The Bucks were only up a handful of points. And then they went on a big run, and then they had a monster third, and they sealed this game out like it was always going to be, 130-94. So the only thing I would have sweat at all is if I had the Bucks minus 18 and it didn't look like they were going to get that in the first half. But even still, I mean, do we not, like, look at the rosters? Spurs had nobody tonight, with all due. And the Bucks are super deep. They're playing this game without, who's out still? Jay Crowder. No Goran yet. Thanasis still not playing, but is back. You got 6 minutes of Marjan time. Lindell Wigginton scored. This team is super, super deep. Like, what's the worst lineup they could have put out there tonight? The worst lineup they could have put out there tonight is Wigginton, Beauchamp, Pat, Wes, and Connaughton, or Pat, Wes, and Javon. That's your garbage time lineup? A lot of those guys are going to play heavy minutes in the playoffs. So, again, just to reiterate, let's not worry. Let's not worry after the Bucks won by 36. Jonathan on YouTube says, I love the Bucks, and my whole life, older people told me, fuck the Bucks. Yeah, well, now fuck you. I like that. Jacob says, Giannis is the best player in the world without even really trying. He really is incredible. The MVP discussion that I've been ranting and raving about, guys, looks like it's tilting the weight to Joel Embiid, which I'm fine with, even though it should be Giannis. It should be Giannis. Bucks fans are not going to win that battle. It's just not happening. The NBA media wanted to give it to Jokic. And I think we've done our job bullying them out of making him the first 3 in a row, 3-time consecutive MVP winner since Larry Bird. Okay? We've done our job. We did what we needed to do. And so now the media is like, okay, well, how about Embiid? And that's exactly what they've always done. He's deserving. He is an MVP. He didn't play much tonight. He didn't come in the second half tonight. Sixers played the Bulls, and people started to worry. Where's Embiid? Where's Embiid? And then the Sixers PR finally came out and said, oh, he's resting because the game's out of hand. Sixers dominated the Bulls tonight. So, again, I talk about this game not mattering between the Bucks and Spurs. I understand that, okay, we still want the 1 seed. I think this is up to date. Bucks 2.5 up on Boston, 3.5 up on the Sixers. And you don't want to lose and then get into a trap. And you don't want to lose these games because you got a West Coast trip coming up. I understand that. I just would think that we as Bucks fans have seen this team play enough and are at the point where we know that panicking in the late second quarter is just a waste of energy and a waste of time. If it's the fourth quarter and the Bucks are only up 2 against this Spurs team, okay, then start going to Twitter and find misery loves company. But at this point, we got to remember they're a lot better of a team than I guess we think they are. They've got 10 games left. 10 games left, including a back-to-back coming up this weekend at Utah, at Denver. That Denver game's on NBA TV Saturday night if you're out of market. Monday at Detroit, and Wednesday at Indiana. Thursday, they then have the Celtics on TNT, and then the Sixers. So that weekend should be fun. Washington, Chicago, Memphis, Toronto. There are just 4 home games left on the schedule. But the Bucks now a 4-game road trip. The game's coming up Friday at Utah and then Saturday at Denver. More from you guys, and feel free to chime in. I mean, I'm happy to talk here to the wall, literally. Cowboy Curtis says, should have gotten the cream and navy blue with hummingbirds and palms hat with the spring training patch on the side. I'm trying to think of that one. I did want a barrel man hat, but I went with the 90s neon type look Brewers hat at spring training. I probably, no lie, when I went down to Phoenix, we were there for about 6 innings. We didn't stay the whole game. Took my kid. I mean, I didn't need to know who won, really. I would say we sat in our seat for 1 inning. I got a drink for another inning. We toured the outfield for 2 innings. Took my kid to the bathroom for 1 inning, and looked for a hat for another inning. So paid those premium rates to walk around the outfield. Webben did I say? Webben little slip of the tongue. Hot take, Mamu is going to be Christian Wood 2.0. That's from Garrett. I was thinking about this tonight. Christian Wood, when he went to Houston, was dominating, and it was embarrassing. And then he's with Dallas now, right? And doesn't start as much. Maybe doesn't play as many minutes as I thought. I think Mamu's got a nice 9-10 year career in the NBA. And he might get one decent size contract. And that's great. It's just that right now he's so young, the Bucks can't afford to keep those guys on their team, or they choose not to because they'd rather have the veterans for whatever reason. But you lose guys like that along the way. I mean, who that they have drafted? Let's look this up a little bit. Who that they have drafted have they allowed to stick throughout this Giannis era? Really nobody. After they drafted Giannis, they drafted, that's sad. Jabari Parker. Jabari Parker, we forget about him, don't we? A lot. Kind of a footnote in history at this point. But he was a big part of it, man. He was a big part of it. Rashad Vaughn. I still think that Rashad Vaughn, if they had Rashad Vaughn the year instead of Mirotic, he would at least made some threes for you. Thon Maker, I loved the swing and the miss. Or I loved the swing. I thought my take after they drafted Thon was, if you're going to draft a guy and build around Giannis, which is such a, high risk, high ceiling kind of thing, and if that's what you're going to do it again. And Thon didn't work. Okay, they never – it's not like they didn't give him a chance. DJ, he's no good. Dante, he's playing well with the Warriors now. But I don't think that was going to work. Don't let the fact that the Bucks drafted Kevin Porter Jr. fool you. He was traded right away. Jordan Nwora, Marjan. They just, they haven't. That's not how they do it. They do it through free agency, and they do it through the trades, which is fine. It would be nice if at some point, like the Warriors, and I know they had a really bad year, but that was the year they took Wiseman. They still drafted Poole. They still found another guy that they could give a max contract to. And the Bucks never were able to do that. Manny says, hey, Bort, the success of the World Baseball Classic is a direct result of the success of the FIFA World Cup. But I do think that I think where the success for these competitions is growing is it lets us see our guys in different atmosphere. It's basically replacing all-star games is what it is. And so maybe the next time the FIBA World Cup rolls around, if there's NBA guys in it or if there's good ones, I know the Olympics always draw eyes, and we got into that, right, with Middleton and Drew. I think that becomes like the replacement for an all-star game. We're still trying to scratch our heads. Why isn't the all-star? Why don't these guys care in the all-star game? What are they supposed to care for? Like, if you're supposed to care what's across your chest, they care for Bucks or Milwaukee. They care for USA or Greece. They're not going to care for East or Team KD. Why would they care for that? Let's see. Our final. Did Myers let us play? Our final lineup. The worst possible lineup that we could have is Wigington, Thanasis, Beauchamp, Wes, and Leonard. That's still better than that Spurs team tonight. Let's see. Where is Tim? Tim's out driving. I think he will join us. Hot Take Jake's here now.
Hey.
Hey, while you make your point, whatever your initial point is, I just need to step aside and get a drink.
Okay, so I'm the official host now.
Yeah.
All right.
So make your point. I don't know what's. I'll just hold on. You talk.
All right. So what is up, all of my Wink fans? We love Wink. Wink is the man. Let's talk a little bit of Bucks basketball tonight. It was kind of fun to watch. Granted, this was one of those games where you look at who San Antonio was playing, and it was obviously you could just chalk up the win, put it in ink. But what was really cool to see was the way that they were moving the ball, at least when the Bucks starters were in or when the Bucks significant players were in. And I feel like they only do that in games like tonight where they're just, you can kind of chalk it up as a win. You're playing against garbage competition. But man, when these guys really go out of their way to have fun and just move that ball, they just look unbeatable. So I don't have much negativity tonight other than, it's unfortunate that Pat Connaughton remains unplayable on an NBA team. I don't know how much longer you try to get him going, but
his stock has definitely dropped. His stock has dropped.
Yeah, it's at this point, it's strange to say that, like, who would you rather have in the game? Like, you need a bucket.
Do you want 10 rebounds? I'm just box score reading now, but
yeah, you're doing the big unit. How we looking? But who would you rather have in the game? You need a bucket, Bart. Do you want Pat Connaughton or do you want AJ Green?
I probably want to. I don't know, AJ Green. Well, let me look at. Hold on. Let me look at Pat. Let me look at Pat's game log, and I don't have a lot down in the basement to drink, but what I do have is things that I have bought, and I sign up for like free trials to try stuff. So I do still have from 3 years ago. I bought a 12-pack of Bud Zero.
The hell is that?
Budweiser Zero. I don't even know if they still make it.
What is it though? Like what?
It's non-alcoholic Bud.
Hold on a minute. Now, I don't drink, but I will have an NA cocktail from time to time. If you're going to have an NA cocktail, why the hell would you make it a Budweiser? Good Lord.
Because I got this for free.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
But the thing about NAs is there's still a little alcohol in there, Jake.
Yeah, it's a minute amount.
So if you drink like 40 of them, you'll be drunk.
Yeah, give me like 32 of those, and yeah, I'll be a little buzzed. But
all right. Bud Zero. Cheers.
Shout out to Lakefront Brewery. If you guys need great NA beers, they make some great NA. Their River West Stein is chef's kiss.
I took that down a lot more than I thought I would.
Is it cold, or did you just like have it lying around in a box?
It's been lying warm temperature for probably 2.5 years.
Wink, what's going on, man? What are you doing?
Oh, shut up. Hey, Daniel gave $2 to the Barrelman Hat Fund. People are commenting on my sexy Brewers hat.
Yeah, I wanted to say, can you give me a close-up on that? What's with the color scheme there? It looks cool.
I got it spring training.
That's cool. Were they actually wearing those on the field?
No, but they were selling them in the store.
That'd be cool if they did something like that. I'm not a big fan of like NBA getting nuts with these uniforms, but if baseball teams like did that with hats during spring training, that'd be kind of neat.
What would the Bucks have to do to get you to run shirtless through the streets of Shorewood again? That's from Krieg. I mean, Shorewood see me running around with a shirt off enough.
I was going to say, that's kind of tame.
I got to take this thing to like Port Washington or Fox Point or somewhere where they're like, call the cops on me.
All right, be truthful. What's it going to take to see Winkler hang dong?
For me to hang dong? For me to expose my...
Would you do it for another title, guaranteed?
Would I expose my penis?
1250. Would you hang dong for the Bucks?
Would I expose my penis? Because this will be on YouTube, so you could go check it anytime, take stills.
Yeah, this is Bucks After Dark for sure, baby.
I don't think there's anything sports I would hang dong for.
Yeah, I would just do it anyways. Anyways, I do have a point about Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, if you're offering,
I just wanted to say about Aaron Rodgers.
anything that I would show.
Bart, it was a joke, man.
No, but that's a great question.
That is true, though. If you think about it, like, man, what would it take? Bucks
Maybe
win the
like
title
80.
and the Brewers win a World Series.
No, it is not worth it.
No,
I need a World Cup in there for sure.
For who?
The USA.
Oh, well, I didn't know if I forgot that that's like a by country and not like a league thing. Whatever.
Poops gives $4.99 for the mobile gear for the playoffs. You're giving money. I do have it set up. You don't need to give me money. Like I don't charge you. People are always like, go Patreon. I'm not doing that. I have the option for money because if you guys want to tip ever, what I do with that is I give it to the guys that who need it, like Tim, or I invest in the podcast.
Please tell me you don't give Horvat anything.
I don't give Horvat anything.
The fact that he gets a weekly segment, like that's way more than enough.
You've been on more than him lately.
That's true, but I bring the heat, man. That guy's just like instant fast forward every time the Horvat segment comes on.
Let's see. I'm looking for some good comments. Beer Baron says NA River West Stein is very good. Krieg sticks up for Pat, says he does all the little things that help teams win.
Oh yeah, he's a sneaky athlete. He's a coach on the floor. You know, he's got great leadership capabilities. How many more white guy stereotypes can I throw out here?
Test user wants to know if my Bud Zero has captain in it. No, and I've made a big step. I've decided to stop imbibing during the shows.
What does that mean?
I'm not drinking during these shows anymore.
Oh, well, good for you, man.
Well, because some nights, I don't know if you guys have been able to tell, but I get pretty drunk.
I thought that this was a gummy-only zone.
Oh, no. The gummies are helping decrease the amount of alcohol.
Well, there you go. Gummies it is, man. Stick with the Happy Place hemp. That alcohol's poison. You don't need it.
Let's see. People are talking about I'm a fake fan because I won't hang dong.
I'm gonna regret that one.
Tom likes Bart and Horvat.
I mean, I'm a big Bort fan. It just, I'll leave it at that. Can I say something about Aaron Rodgers? More specifically, this is about your take that like the Jordan Love pick was a bad pick. Like, are you still hanging on to that thing that like Love has to win a Super Bowl, and if Rodgers doesn't win, it's a bad pick?
No.
Because, like, here's what drives me nuts about that. Let's say the Packers traded up into that round, and they took Patrick Queen, who everybody wanted because he was like the guy that fell. Like, oh, he's this can't-miss middle linebacker.
That is, Jake, you're trying to help the team win. Jordan Love wasn't a win move when you needed to win now.
But the draft isn't a win now situation. In very rare cases, you're going to get those significant rookies. But if you're drafting for what you need today, you're already behind. So, again, I just want to throw this theoretical out there. They take Jordan Love. Okay, we're yet to see what's going on with that. But let's say they take Patrick Queen, and he ends up sucking like he does because he sucks. He's terrible. And then they end up cutting him before his rookie deal is over. Is that a worse pick than Jordan Love? They're trying to help the team win, but he sucked. So he was negative on the field. And the other thing I want to make a point on, everybody needs to shut the hell up about T. Higgins. That's the name I hear. Well, they should have took T. Higgins. They should have took T. Higgins. Nobody saw T. Higgins as a first rounder at that point. It was a reach where he was picked, at least according to all the alleged experts. And everybody wants to be a draft expert. So everybody needs to shut up with their hindsight glasses on with T. Higgins. It drives me crazy.
Had tipped a test user for the $5 weekend shows Captain Fund.
Attaboy, Testy.
Yeah, weekend shows. I'll probably do another show Sunday. This is a tough weekend because the Bucks play the Jazz. Saturday, I thought about doing it after Nuggets, but I am doing a fantasy draft on Saturday, and I will be drinking. Well, not Bud. Bud's disgusting.
Get that River West Stein. Or if you go to Woodman's, they've got a tremendous NA selection.
All right, I need to bring this up. This is very unprofessional, but I do a podcast in my basement.
Basement boys for life, my man.
So I need to bring this up. I am struggling to figure out what this Steve Zabin Quick Trip video is about. Anybody on Twitter see this video?
I haven't seen it. I don't know the context.
Okay. Zabe went to a Quick Trip and took a video, and I just can't. I've watched it 100 times. So it's obviously an ad. That's fine. But I just don't like, is this how creative he is? And I shouldn't even bring this up. It doesn't bother me that Steve Zabin's on the radio and I'm not. It
bothers me.
Until I see shit like this. So I'll show it on YouTube and I'll play it with audio with the microphone. But he's walking into a Quick Trip. And I just don't understand, like, is this a joke? Is it a commercial? What's happening? Steve Zabin.
All right, what am I doing at Quick Trip at 8:30 at night on a Sunday? I'm going grocery shopping. Yeah, let's go. Don't need any of that, but I'm glad they've got it. It is not summer, but they have summer shandy. So that's good. So good.
What was that?
All right, what am I doing at Quick Trip?
Am I over jealousing on this?
No, I mean, jealous.
Guy acts like he's never
jealous.
been to a Quick Trip before, like he doesn't live here or something.
All I know is he looks like a guy who has kids that are in youth sports that, like, goes home and is abusive towards his wife. That's just what he looks like to me. And then when I listen to him talk, I'm like,
guess what I found? Turkey slices.
Oh, Lord. Did you guys know they have cheese curds in Wisconsin?
Cheese curds? Got to get them from Quick Trip.
No, you got to get them from Cousins. How we look and get the Radio Joe cheese curds.
I mean, I guess it's a commercial, but it's not creative. At least
no, that's like bare.
But I just played it on my podcast. See, sometimes I think bad advertising is better than good advertising.
That's true. If you think about like some of the most popular TV commercials, like it's usually the ones that make no sense, but they stay in your head,
Those other Quick Trip commercials. And I said, Ashley, and I said, my mom knows I'm fucking this chick.
Is that a Tony in Texas reference or something? Or?
No, some dumb Quick Trip commercial. I got it out for Quick Trip too.
What's wrong with Quick Trip?
I love Quick Trip.
Yeah.
I hate Quick Trip culture.
I
hate it. Like, everybody knows what Quick Trip is. It's incredible. But why do we have to go there and be like, why do we have to be, why everybody that goes to Quick Trip, they go there and they're like, oh my God, they got coffee and chicken?
Nah, see, I wish Paul Imig was on the show right now because I listened to his take about your whole thing about the Big Bang Theory. This kind of sounds to me like there's too many people that like Quick Trip, so now you're kind of turning on it.
But I love Quick Trip.
Yeah, but
I invented the Quick Triple.
It's like when you're
Does anyone know what that is? Does anybody know what the Quick Triple is? It's when you get hot bar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I've done it. Same Quick Trip.
I hope never sober.
Yes. There was one by the radio station I worked at in Fond du Lac.
Man, that's dedication. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, like people getting wedding photos at a Quick Trip.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. What's not to like about that?
You got to go to Quick Trip. What? It's like a store and you get gas there and they've got good hot food.
Just I got good advice. It was, don't yuck someone else's yum. If they want to take photos in front of a Quick Trip, if it's making them happy, why the hell not?
Yeah, but that's my whole brand, kind of.
That is true. That is the staple of the Wink podcast.
Hey, you guys see my new hat? I guarantee you, anybody on the stream or anybody listening, no one spent more money at Quick Trip than I have.
There you go. See,
but I don't make it my identity.
Do people make Quick Trip their identity? Is that a thing?
Absolutely.
I mean, I know they like it. Like, maybe it's because like Charlie Barron's, he got really big. You know, he's everybody's favorite. He does the Quick Trip thing. I like Charlie though.
Oh my God. All right. Oh, Charlie Barron's. Yeah. I like Charlie too.
Seems like a good dude. Seems like it hasn't gone to his head.
All right. I think that's all I got on Quick Trip.
All right.
I really like Quick Trip, and it bothers me that.
Well, can I tell you
to myself? I just keep it to myself. I don't like. Oh, what's my punch card reward? No, I refuse to use their reward card too. I refuse.
Okay. Bart, you know
any place that always asks you for the reward, screw you.
All right.
You have your rewards card. Then I feel like I have to use it, and I'm digging around. Oh, so what? So I can get 10 cents off a Slurpee next time I'm in here for the 30th time.
This is like an the reverse Karen rant right here. Like,
yeah.
But
tonight's show is actually brought to you by BP.
Damn, that's savage. You know what this reminds me of, Bart? It's like when you're in high school and there's like this little band that you're into and you're trying to get everybody into that band. And then everybody starts liking them and you're like, whoa, what the hell? These guys, they sold out. They went mainstream. These guys suck. They're just like, I don't know. You got to let that one go, buddy. Quick Trip's, it's cool. And it's.
I agree.
Yeah. So you.
All right. Okay. Enough about Quick Trip.
Okay, fine.
Can you get Bud Zero at Quick Trip?
Possibly. They have alcohol at Quick Trip, right?
Yeah. All right, Jake, good to talk to you.
As always, man. Good shit.
Bring in Tim.
Oh, I love you, Tim.
Hello, everybody.
I'm just doing my Quick Trip bit.
Quick Trip again?
Yeah.
Tim, where are you driving?
I'm going to bring in Cameron as well. Cameron.
I'm in Glendale.
Where's Cameron?
Cameron, where are you at?
I'm in New Berlin.
Oh, NB.
Yeah.
All right. The white folks well represented tonight.
Yeah.
I got more coming too.
Hell
all right,
yeah.
Jake. I am.
All right, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Are we still talking Bucks or no? Because I was listening on the way home.
Quick Trip.
Oh yeah, I was listening on the way home from the game tonight, and then next thing you know, it's just about Quick Trip for 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll jump on in. But if it's
God, what are those other radio stations? Now you're talking about sports. Hey, it's my Bucks post game show. Here's a video that they did, and I hate Quick Trip, even though I love it. Yes, talking Bucks. You were there, Cameron. Did you get a hat?
No, I did not get a hat. I had a ticket, misfortune, but I still got in. I have one observation, and I found it kind of funny. I haven't heard this noise maybe since the 25 or 27 point comeback against the Raptors like 8-9 years ago. But when that one Spurs player missed both those free throws, it was the loudest I've ever heard the Fiserv ever for free wings. And
well, the only problem I have with that is how long it took them to do it.
Yeah,
because these other places were doing the double free throw miss in the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter. It's just like, oh, you get a free tornado at Quick Trip. People are gonna go crazy for you.
I don't think it counted because of the fact that the first free throw was a technical and then the second one was a part of the actual foul itself, because about 2 minutes later they started doing the whole wing thing again. So I'm not sure if it actually counted, but I just found it funny that there was the similar crowd noise to the Rest in Peace Bradley Center with the Raptors. So yeah, otherwise it was a fun game to watch. I mean, it was close for the first quarter and a half, and then all of a sudden the Bucks just started hitting their shots.
Which game are you talking about? Raptors, game 3?
No, I think it was game 6. Game 6, and it was at the Bradley Center. I think came back from like a 27-point lead, and then we blew it within the final 2 minutes. I think that might have been Jabari's first playoff run with us, like a healthy playoff run.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And that might have been Albums too. Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. What's your favorite Bradley Center moment?
Probably when it's probably Milwaukee Wave one, honestly.
I've never been to a Wave game. Never been.
Yeah. Or when my brother was the PR guy for the Milwaukee Iron and they didn't pay him and I got to go all around the building.
Was that post Mustangs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Cam. Good stuff. Sorry you didn't get a hat.
No, it's fine. It's okay. I think I missed it by literally like a minute. That was the shitty part. I saw the guy putting the table away and dipping out. So my feelings were hurt, but it's fine. It is what it is.
I'll look those up on eBay.
Yeah, probably get one for like $45. Probably more.
All right, dude.
All right. One more thing. Shout out my boy Mark Rose. He listens every single day, and he's a
Mark Rose.
Huge fan. All right. See you guys. Bye.
God, I love Mark Rose. I'm gonna put his name up here.
Heck yeah, do it. That's awesome.
We love Mark Rose.
Hell yeah. Mark with a K. There you go. Perfect. All right. Bye.
Oh yeah, if it was a C, I wouldn't shout him out. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I get it. Totally understandable. I'm on board.
All right, I got Austin here. See
All right.
you, Cameron.
Yeah.
Austin, and look at you guys all rocking your jerseys tonight.
Yeah, I went to the game. Team
Did you
Iron
get a hat?
No, I didn't get a fucking hat. Oh,
What's up with you
finally
guys?
the swear words. I'm sorry. I won't swear.
What's up with you guys not getting hats?
I think we got in there late. I don't know. Hey, so a couple things. First of all, Tim, Team Iron Jack. How we looking?
Team what?
Iron Jack? Is that Iron Jack?
Iron Jack? Yeah, yes, it is Iron Jack.
All right, that Badgers player, right?
Yes.
Braylon Allen.
Right.
With Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen, that's right. Hey, okay. So I heard some Pat Connaughton talk. I used to, like in that finals, I don't remember if it was game 4 or 5. I don't know, he put up like 14 points. My buddy's a big Connaughton hater, and I was like, yeah, but remember that in the finals run. I can't back this guy anymore, man. I'm so sick and tired of like a defensive play going. So I was sitting behind behind a backboard in the hundreds, and you just watch him sprint down to sit in the corner 3, and he's a waste of space at this point. And then when it was garbage time, they were up by like 28 points. He was out there with Javon Carter, Marshawn, and maybe a couple, I don't remember the other 2, like trying to prove that he can make shots again. I don't know what happened with him, but that guy's lost his step. He's still good defensively. That guy
Can you believe? I mean, we talk about this yet for the month of March. From 3, he's shooting 46%. Oh wait, that's Giannis. For the month of March, Pat Connaughton's shooting 27% from 3.
He's looking terrible, man.
Well, that's where it worries me. You know, there was a comment here. He does the little things that help win games, and there's a lot of guys that do that.
What little things?
Well, but I'm saying there are guys that do that, and if you're going to look at the box score and just say, "Oh, that guy sucks," that guy's good.
Right, Bill.
But I do where it comes up with me is there's some athletic plays that Pat makes that other guys can't. I do think he has a good knack for getting rebounds, but he's got to make his 3. And it's not just a Pat thing. This is going to be true for Joe, and this is going to be true for Grayson, and a little bit even Javon, and maybe a little bit Jay. I don't know that in the playoffs and during this run, I don't know that remember when Eric Bledsoe would shoot 15 threes and make 2 of them, And if he made the
And he would
first one,
just
he
shoot
was
until he made one, and then once he made one, he thought he'd be hot, and then just shot
Yeah.
until he missed another 13.
like if you're gonna go 1 for 5, stop shooting. If you're gonna go 1 for 6 from 3, stop shooting. They are deep enough, and they have enough guys that can shoot. They have enough guys that have come in here solely to shoot the 3. That if you're there should be no time in the playoffs where any one of those guys, non-Middleton or Drew or Brooke, or I'll say Bobby, maybe not even Bobby. Like, there's not a lot of guys who should be afforded the opportunity in the playoffs to find their shot. If you're not hitting, stop shooting.
And I'm wearing a Middleton jersey right now, and I'm saying that if Middleton goes 1 for 6, he needs to cool it until halftime. Then he can take a couple more threes. And if you're missing them, dude, you're missing them. But you can't. I don't know. Like, to me, watching them, it just ain't so hot at threes, and you can't just keep letting them go with that.
Some comments. Jake says Austin's room looks a little hazy. Dave says Quick Trip is my safe space.
I used to work at Quick Trip. Quick Trip fucking sucks.
Well, anyone that works at a place thinks that place sucks.
That is alcoholic beer, by the way.
Like the Brewers, they suck.
Bud Zero.
Yeah, the Brewers suck too, Tim. Just like Quick Trip. Unless they're ever going to sponsor you, then God bless Quick Trip.
If there's someone on there when it says, what's it say? Like team member since, if it's in like the 2020s, I'm like, screw you. I want the people that have been there before Quick Trip became Quick Trip serving me.
Like 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey man, though,
I just remember there was a chicken lacrosse Quick Trip that hated me.
Honest to God, use your rewards card so you can get the discount on gas. Just do it.
I don't get my gas there.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like part of the thing where like we were talking about them pressuring you.
Bitch, I'm a pick and save Metro man. I go to BP. I got 50 cents off last week.
They literally get docked points like on shit if they don't ask you if you have a rewards card. So they just have to do that.
People that are working at a cash register should not be on a point system.
I know. Well, okay. Well, okay. Sports. But yeah, they should not be at a point system. They're making 14
and stuff.
Okay, and stuff. Tim, we are a sports and stuff show, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my other thing about the Bucks game. So last 2 times I went, the opponent has missed 2 free throws in a row in the 4th quarter. And that place is so fucking loud during that. And like, I try to get my section when I go, we boo now, right? Boo, boo. And it's like the place erupts. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think Cameron said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cam said that just before. But it's nothing until they implemented that wing thing. It has never been that loud for something before.
Let me ask you one more thing about Quick Trip, and then I'll get to Tony.
Okay.
Like, how much would someone have to steal noticeably before it was like if I just went in and you're working at Quick Trip and you see I'm staring at a candy bar, are you going to stop me? Or does it need to be like a couple items? Are Quick Tripians so like for the brand that they will stop you with any item?
Okay. Do you want a story? I got a story.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? All right. I used to have this guy that would come in, right? He'd come in. I worked 3rd shift. He'd come in and right around 10:15, 10:30. So our shift starts at 10. He'd start talking to Tony, what do you got? Ice cream?
I threw Tony on. You see how quickly he sat up straight?
Hey, so
you want to get back to eating?
So
You can eat. I'll put you on this.
I mean,
oh
I
crap!
mean,
What did I do? It's
No.
all Tony.
Oh no! Why is Tony?
too much Tony.
No,
right.
Austin's story. Okay.
Austin,
Okay.
you got to speed the story up, bro.
Okay, so well, they'd have people come in right around shift change, and they would schmooze around because they knew there was only 3 people working. So they'd talk to somebody that was changing the coffee over. They'd talk to the cashier, and there'd be one person in the kitchen, so no one could watch any cameras or anything. So they would just take boxes of candy and meat and whatever that they could and just get out of there. And it took them like 8 months to finally catch them. But no, it's the regulars that steal from you. It's not randoms. It's crazy, man.
Hey, Austin, I worked at a Circle K when I was in college, the gas station Circle K.
I'm in Wisconsin. So, you're from Wisconsin too. Yeah.
Hey, Bart, this is back before a pre-pump. So they would go there and just start pumping before they would pay. And some guy went away with like $50 worth of gas. And I had my broom off and I was like sweeping the floors and I'm mopping the floors. I chased after that. I don't know why I did. I chased after that guy, threw my broom at the truck, broke the guy's window. The guy drove off. But, you know, I had pride in my job like you, Austin.
For like $7 an hour. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I was worried. No, I was actually worried they'd take that money out of my paycheck.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only reason I could think doing it, because it's not your $50.
No, but I was worried about that. So anyway.
All right, Austin. Good to see you. Cheers.
Get a haircut, you
Good
damn
boys.
hippie.
Tony, no way. I'm growing it back in, baby.
I'm just kidding, man.
Later, guys.
See you, bud.
Young Austin.
I'd have his hair if I could. He's got nice, long, wavy hair.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid, that Austin.
Same.
What's up with you?
Well, I had a basketball practice, and it went very well. And now I'm here talking to you jokers. So,
Yeah, that don't look like your house, Tone, that I've seen.
it's my house. It's my place.
Okay,
my crib.
okay.
Yep. So, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the Packers at all,
Now stop.
Tim?
Just dump him now.
Well, I want to ask you, Tim, do you have any interest in Cam Newton as a backup?
Hey, the Bucks on tonight.
No, I'm serious. Cam Newton worked out at Auburn, and the Packers were there.
No.
Well, it was an Auburn workout. It wasn't a Cam Newton workout. He just threw.
Okay. Those are your words.
Wow.
I saw an article saying that Teddy Bridgewater would be a good fit here. I'll take him.
That would be. They do need to do something though, don't they? They got to bring.
They need a backup. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to bring.
Oh, I'm sorry. Joe keeps asking 2-2s for Rodgers. I'm firmly in the don't trade him until August camp. I want the Packers to be everyone's enemy, and I don't care about. I gotta get rid of this quick trip shit. I don't want people to think they're actually giving me money.
And I maintain that take that you just had is just for ratings for the pod.
What
you just said. You want Rodgers around. You have a love-hate relationship with him, and you know it draws in.
No, he's not going to show up though.
You can still talk about him.
I don't get ratings.
You got the number one pod in the state, don't you?
Well, I can't do.
Ooh, I'm getting music. What the hell is this?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I just realized you could play music on here.
Wow.
We're going to commercial break.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is great. Coming down to Quick Trip. It's a grocery store. Get down there 8:30 on a Sunday. Check around. Hey, I don't need that, but if I did, I know it's here. Plus, it's not summer, but they've got summer shandy. Like a kid in a candy store. I come here and play around. Wisconsin's my playground. I don't care about you people. I live in DC. But when I'm here, the sponsors give me money and go to Quick Trip. Never spent $1 of my own money here, but I use gift cards. Quick Trip. Yeah, location near you.
That's a professional there, Tim.
I mean, maybe now we can start doing sports updates.
There you go. You know, JJ Watt should be a spokesperson for a Quick Trip.
Oh, that is just a matter of time.
Exactly. Where's he living now? Pewaukee or Heartland?
Hey, when I was growing up in Pewaukee, nothing I like to do before practice. But Derek, what's up? And TJ, hey, and our parents, hi, we'd go to Quick Trip. Fill up that car, get those hot meals. Hey, JJ, just 3 chicken sandwiches this time. Oh, Dad, I'll sneak one out. Derek, TJ, we love Quick Trip. And all our wives are hot.
There you go. You're a regular Don Draper. Matt, it's a Mad Men reference for all the kids. Hey, Tim, my Mean Green from the University of North Texas are playing your boring Wisconsin Badgers.
Aren't your Mean Green a little more boring?
No, they are. But I do have a good friend, Connor Esigian, Tim, so I am conflicted on this game.
Connor Esigian's your friend? He's like half your age, probably more.
I know, but I hooked him up. Hey, get a load of this. I hooked him up with some Whitnell tickets when Tyler Hero got his jersey retired. So Connor Esigian and I are quite friendly now.
Dude, wow, you get who knew I had friends in slightly above low places. Tony in Texas.
Tony, meet you in Vegas? Should we do maybe do a remote?
No, Tim, I can't. I can't go, Tim. I'm going to go to the real Final Four that weekend.
Okay.
One more Quick Trip commercial, and then I'll get to Cone.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
Hey, Tim Shea, I'm at Quick Trip. I'm just going to park my car here and what's the, hey, what are you, don't, take everything. I don't need it. Just take everything. I don't need my car. Oh, geez. Oh, God, not again. Quick Trip.
Where I get carjacked.
Cone roller.
Cone.
Hey guys, Bart, are there any naked bikers at that Quick Trip behind you?
Ooh.
No, but hold on. What's that? Yes. Yeah, weekdays, 10 to 2. Yep. As a matter of fact, I will. Probably I'm on my 3rd, I think 4th. Who knows these days? What now?
God.
Jesus.
What's up, Cone?
3rd or 4th gallon of gas that I'm pumping.
Oh.
I just wanted to join because I heard Tony calling out the boring Wisconsin Badgers. Tony,
Oh,
come on.
God.
That's BS. They were 1 win away from making the real tournament. And now Greg Gard, he's handing out tickets. He's got the boys playing hard. 3 wins in a row, most since, I think, mid-December. So they're getting hot at the right time. And if they're going to be in the NIT, they might as well win it.
Well, I think you're blinded by Greg Gard's wardrobe there, Cone. I mean, this is just a sad team. They're really boring. They've underachieved. And I got to go with I thought this through, Tim Shea. I'm going to go with my Mean Green. There goes Timmy. I'm going to go with my Mean Green, coached by Grant McCaslin, Bart Winkler. Grant McCaslin, who's been to my AU games and said, good work, Tony. Keep it up. True story.
Nobody name drops more D-listers than Tony in Texas.
Hey, that's what I did on your show. Keep it going.
I feel like on my radio show you name drop like people that people knew.
Ice Cube.
Do you remember when Horvath said he knew Delilah, as in the song "Hey There, Delilah"?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
That was
no,
probably
sure
the
good. I knew her. She's my buddy's cousin. Is fourth string quarterback.
Everything went back to Joliet.
It always went back to Joliet.
All roads led to Joliet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, boys. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, bud.
Hey, we'll have the after show later tonight. The Bart Winkler wrap-up show. We call it After Dark. So anyone that listens to this, come over to the After Dark on Twitter Spaces.
Twitter Spaces. Look for Tony in Texas.
Yep, get your plug in. Let's go. I like it.
All right. See you guys. See you, Bart.
See you, Tony.
What's up with you, Cone?
Nothing much. I just wanted to join in because I heard some NIT talk. But if we're not going to be serious about it, I can get out of here.
Hey, what did that Oregon coach say?
Oh.
So he was basically like calling out I don't know if he was calling out the students. He was calling out basically
they only
Oregon
had
athletic department.
Yeah, they only had 3,300 fans at their game.
Dana Altman said, "You see the commitment that Wisconsin makes with the cheerleaders, the band. We make a commitment, don't get me wrong, but you can just see how important it is to them. It's important to me. We should have more people here. I mean, the guys played hard. 3,300 people. That's not good enough. If it's me, get rid of me. Make the change. Someone will hire me somewhere. I'll go coach junior college ball. I love junior college ball. Those guys are dogs. They want to be in the gym all the time. I love those guys. But 3,300 people for Wisconsin, I'm disappointed.
Kind of a cop-out answer by him, I think.
The Badgers flew out their band and cheerleaders to the game. Like, that's impressive.
You got Greg Gard handing out tickets on the dining hall the day of the game.
Yeah, you had over 10,000 fans at their last home game on Sunday when they played.
Like, in college basketball, these players don't stay for 4 years. So I think the coaches kind of become the face of the programs. And for him to say that, I think is a little bit of a cop-out answer. Like, dude, it is kind of your job to represent the university, represent the program, pump it up, you know. You're getting paid a couple mil anyway. Might as well do it well.
Did an NIT run save Greg Gard's job?
No.
I mean, he was staying no
He
matter
wasn't
what.
getting fired.
No, he wasn't.
I actually
Can we-
think Luke, I actually think Luke Fickell saved Greg Gard's job.
Oh, because they already did another move?
Yeah, I mean, I think you need some stability in your athletic department. Like, you
I
got
think
a new men's hockey coach, new football coach. You need someone who knows how the system works, knows how Wisconsin works, especially. So I think it's smart they're holding on to Gard for just the overall safety of their athletic department.
You know, I'm getting tired of Cone, if I can be honest.
What? Yeah, be honest. Open it up.
If you know these people like that are shitting on the NIT, like these kids just want to compete. Let them play. They want to play. They don't want their season end. They want to compete. They got a little something to play for. So what if you win? Oh, you're the 69th best team in the league. Hey, we played a tournament. Our season, if you win the NIT, our season ended with 5 straight wins. We got 5 more games together. We got 5 more nights of travel and store. We got 5 more nights in a college basketball career where if you play for 4 years, you get what, 80 maybe if you stay healthy. And this tournament is giving them 5 more nights. And so I'm sorry that the NIT isn't as prestigious as anything, but they were given a chance to keep playing. They kept playing. So
yeah.
Get your NIT trash takes out of here. You're trashing, not you, but you know what I'm saying. The people that trash the NIT. Oh, Marquette fans. Oh, Marquette fans. Here's the problem with Marquette fans. I'll tell you this right now. And then I got to go because my computer's dying. Marquette fans are going to say, if the Badgers win the NIT, Marquette fans will say, so what? You're the 69th best team in the country? And then if they get to the NIT final and they'll lose, they'll say, you couldn't even win in the NIT. It's a no-win. So fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Marquette fans, they choked.
The one
They
thing
Open run to the Final
about
Four. Choked.
this year is that the finals are not played in Madison Square Garden.
Cone, you go to Vegas?
I was just going to ask Tim, let's go. Come out here. We'll
Me-
drive out. 4-hour drive.
All right, my computer is dying, so I do have to go.
All right. Peace out, boys. Have a good night. Love ya.
Yeah, Cone, see you, bud.
Goodbye.
My computer charger's upstairs. Poor planning by me.
Terrible. Or timely timed. Whatever. Well, that'll do it tonight.
This is Bart Winkler for Quick Trip. I love Quick Trip, but I'm going to pretend I don't because they're sponsoring other people. So then I'm going to be like super facetious about it and change my YouTube background to Quick Trip and still keep bringing up Quick Trip to your point of, is this actually more than a bit or is he brought to you by Quick Trip? I'm Bart Winkler. Don't pay me, but I'll keep my tips open on every single platform that I'm on, but I'll never charge you. Don't pay me. By the way, 30% off literally everything I talk about. Quick Trip. Fuck me.
Good stuff, Bart. Good stuff.
All right. We'll go live again this weekend. Put out one more show this week. Bucks won, in case you're just joining us. Adios.
Go Brewer!